Hello YouTube, this is Lions Den with another news and commentary. The story you're about to see right now is extremely scary. A black Houston woman was poisoned by a napkin she found on the door of her car. You hear me right. This is a really scary story. So I'm going to give a shout out to Fox 26 in Houston for this story. So let me go ahead and play this and then we'll continue the rest of my commentary.
Well, a celebratory day turned into a terrifying moment for one Houston woman. She says she was poisoned after touching a napkin.
Her story has gone viral, and she wants to raise awareness about what happened. Fox 26's Sherman DeSalle spoke with her and joins us tonight with her story. Sherman.
Yeah, good evening, Rashi and Jonathan. The woman says that all she could do was think about her family when this happened, and she wants to share her experience with other people. Meanwhile, police at Houston, the police department, and the DEA, the local office, says that they've never heard of an incident like this before.
Physically, I'm okay, but emotionally, mentally, I'm not. I don't even want to go anywhere by myself.
Erin Mims was celebrating her birthday with her husband at a restaurant Tuesday. They were headed to a spa when she noticed a napkin wedged in the passenger door handle of her car.
This isn't the actual napkin, but I just wanted to give y'all an idea of how it was sticking out the door handle. I didn't think none of it. I just took it and threw it out, but then I opened the door with the tips of my fingers. And I got in and I asked him, "Did you put a napkin in the door?" And he was like, "No."
She decided to go back into the restaurant and wash her hands. After leaving, she said she knew something was wrong.
And maybe 5 minutes, my whole arm started tingling and started feeling numb. And then I couldn't breathe. I started getting hot flashes. My chest was hurting. My heart was beating really fast.
They drove to the nearest hospital where doctors ran urine samples, blood tests, and CAT scans.
Doctor came in and he told me, it wasn't enough in my system to determine what it was, but it was acute poisoning from, an unknown substance.
Her doctors told her it sounded like a failed kidnap attempt. Without knowing the details of her toxicology report, local poison control expert Mark Winter says her symptoms match hundreds of different poisons, even though the exposure was minimal.
When it comes to the human body, I've learned over my 40 years, anything is possible when it comes to the human body. The probability is that you would have to have a lot more than just, I'm going to call it casual exposure.
What happened to her is still unknown, but her story has reached millions online. She's hoping she can save someone else from having a terrifying moment who's just on a night out.
People have been commenting and saying it. They've been seeing it. So I just want everybody to be careful.
Now, the Poison Center also said that Erin did the right thing by washing her hands immediately and seeking medical attention. We reached out to the restaurant to see if they had heard anything from other patrons that night or if they had surveillance video that could help with the investigation, but we have not heard back from them. Reporting from HPD, Sherman DeSalle, Fox 26 News.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That's the end of the video. It's really sad that a woman almost lost her life over a poison napkin. Now picture yourself, you're on a night on the town, and basically you didn't think much of it. Like you found some napkin or some on your car, and you just think much of it, and unfortunately then you felt sick, you felt nauseous, and you don't feel anything in your fingers or none of that. That is really scary. Now, I know that Houston PD and the DEA are investigating this, but they never heard anything like this. And that woman could have died that night, but luckily, thank God that, she lived to tell her story. Because anything could have happened. She could have had suffering from cardiac arrest because of that poisonous napkin. Anything could have happened. But again, police is still under investigation of what happened and how the napkin ended up in her door of her car in the first place. So Erin Mims is a lucky woman. She made it. Thank God that it wasn't serious enough that she was laying in the hospital or in a coma, or possibly, God forbid, nothing happened to her. So you two, let me know what you think about this story. This is just scary alone. But at least she's still alive to tell her story of what happened, so that anybody else in that same situation can prevent them from even going through what Aaron went through. So you two, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to you in the next video. Till then, this is Lions In signing off. Deuces.